Scary Story Podcast brings original short scary stories right to your ears every week. Like Dead of Night, the story of a man who moves into a new apartment building only to discover its sinister foundation. Or another recent one, Sessions, where the classic tale of an imaginary friend turns even darker. You can join us by searching for Scary Story Podcast on your app right now. It's a show by Scary FM. I'll see you over there on Scary Story Podcast.
Welcome to the Cryptonaut Podcast. I am Mark Storrs, and with me as always is
Rob Morphy,
Robert, and
Chris.
Oh, boys.
Oh, yeah.
Summertime fun has officially been enacted.
Officially here.
Yeah, dude.
Like, isn't it the first day of summer? If it's not, fucking A.
No, the first day of summer
It was a couple days ago.
It was super cold.
Oh, it is in my heart, though.
Oh, gotcha.
This is the real first day of summer, is what I'm trying to tell you.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah.
No, actually, I was wrong about dates, but now I'm trying to, brand it as fucking now summer begins.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's the oppressive heat. We have the studio all set up, dude.
it's so
It's super
nice.
sick.
It was instantaneous. It was like we had no summer, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah.
swampy
Oh, yeah.
sun,
Dude.
No, it was
land.
You're right. It was a chilly monsoon for like months, but I loved every bit of it.
I love
Yeah.
Because that's my weather.
That swampy sunland is exactly what we live in at the moment.
Yeah.
But thank you for joining us. We're back. We're doing it. Me and the boys here. Oh, this is something this is hilarious how this came together. So I've been sitting on one of these stories forever for our Patreon. I can never figure out a way to make it happen, but Rob totally pulled it together with this one. I'm so excited to be finally covering this. Uncle Bobby's Bonkers Big Bear Bonanza.
Fucking A right
It
is.
sounds like we should be at the fair, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
This is not about Five Nights at Freddy's. Just
no,
so you know.
it is not.
Oh, no. Not at all.
Even though that would be fun. But.
It is about big bonker bonzo bears, though.
Dude. I like big
Bonzo.
Big
It's a new one.
bonker bonzo.
Yeah, no, it's fucking, and that's the actual title. It's obscene. It's absurd, but that's what it has to be because I'm declaring summer.
Okay.
Boom.
So
Okay.
it's summertime.
And we're gonna have fun with fucking bears
Bear time.
I mean,
summer.
actually,
within reason.
Bear
this
time
is
summer.
my pastime.
I know it is.
Yeah.
It will be mentioned.
I've been maligned on many occasions
You sure
though,
have.
about my alleged
Or
interactions with bears.
Is it malign?
They're not alleged.
Good
They're
good
alleged.
vocab word, but is it?
No,
is
you
it more,
told us you have.
Is it more chastised for a problem that could lead to your demise?
I think everybody got way too excited for something that wasn't really that big of a deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll discuss.
Yeah, no,
that as
confronting
it
bears
happens.
is not a big deal.
I didn't confront the bear. I took a picture near one.
Oh yeah,
That's
and
it.
you were super sober when you did it.
Okay, to be fair, I've never been sober near a bear,
Okay,
except in the zoo.
maybe.
But I was never near that close to a bear in the zoo. Regardless, we're getting started with
Yes.
From Yogi, Smokey Paddington, and Winnie the Pooh to Baloo, Fozzie, and the Berenstain Bears, not to mention the Magic Kingdom's own Country Bear Jamboree, pop culture is littered with examples of talking bears. But, fanciful though these characters may be, there are genuine reports of humans interacting with an uncanny array of these hyper-intelligent carnivores who, beneath their skin, claws, and fur, may be hiding an incredible secret.
Oh, they may be.
Oh,
Robots?
dude.
Good thought. No.
The souls of dead children.
Can't rule it out.
Dude, the
I'm
souls
going to
of-
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Can't rule it out.
The souls of dead
Actually, you
orphans?
can't
What?
fully rule out robots either. To be
Okay,
honest.
fair.
To be honest.
I
you
mean,
can't.
no, right.
You can never take that off the table.
Yeah.
It's right there with the beaties and the devil. But
Okay.
this is like stories that I've been sitting on for a while that I finally thought, this reminds me of this. And there's lots of crazy bear stories out there.
Oh, for sure.
Tons of like kids being, escorted by bears through, times where they're lost in the woods
Okay.
and or abducted by said bears.
Oh.
All sorts of crazy bears. But this is just a triptych or three stories that in my mind help paint a picture.
Okay.
Well, paint me a picture, Uncle Bobby. of a bear bonanza.
Oh my.
Oh, yeah.
For centuries, human beings, particularly those who deem themselves to be quote-unquote civilized, have taken great pains to delineate what they perceive to be the vast gulf between the barbarous masses and savage beasts who live, feed, and breed like feral animals, unhampered by such impediments as laws, moral codes, or even fucking common decency in the often cruel and always chaotic wilds of our world. Whereas on the flip side of the coin, there are those who live by the rules governing a successful society, complete with well-trimmed lawns, housebroken pets, 1.9 kids, yeah, I looked it up, and a smug, mostly unspoken sense of superiority, knowing, that as worldly, law-abiding sophisticates, they are the custodians of culture, the authors of history, and therefore the arbiters of truth. A lot to unpack there, but it's pretty simple. Granted, these examples are extreme.
Yeah. Are we in trouble?
And the vast majority of us fall somewhere in the middle of this epic chasm between the hyper-civilized and the all-but feral. But it nevertheless prompts a significant question. When you go beneath the surface, is there really such an immense gap between the natural and industrialized domains? How long does it take for a runaway pet to become truly feral? How quickly can wild pants, nice Rob.
Wild pants.
Fucking
we did a
dragging
video
you
on that
all over again. How quickly can wild plants split the asphalt and crack the concrete edifices of an abandoned city? How fine is the line between the domesticated, halter-broken masses and the untamed world? To be honest, in the main, these are questions best posed to anthropologists, philosophers, naturalists, and city engineers. But for our purposes, which sit squarely in the realm of the paranormal, we'll need to find a less traditional approach to these unique examples of high strangeness, all of which involve Ursidae, a family of mammals in the order of Carnivora, better known as bears.
I even looked up the Ursaceta today at work because I was like, we're going to do bears. I'm going to be smart. And I was like, what is bear? And then I looked it up.
What is a bear?
A whole rundown of them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm always confusing
What
like
is a bear?
genus, family. I know species are just
No,
the thing.
right.
I wanted to find that word specifically.
Yeah.
The Ursidae,
Yeah, I used to know
I've
the
seen it
order of
before.
them.
Oh, yeah.
but-
Yeah. No, definitely. And I even put my phonetic Ursidae
No, dude, I had to.
because I had to.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you said it.
Yeah.
Oh,
'cause
I always do it.
That was not what I thought
Ursidae.
it
Once
was
you get it used to it, it's there. But
Dude, just chilling with some
You trip over
Ursidae, man. It's chilling.
these pervasive species, 8 in all, 8 species of bears, Jesus Christ, bears that is, which I only fucking learned
Stouts,
this morning.
Loggers.
Yep. Fucking
Crispy boys.
crispy boys. Jesus Christ. These pervasive species of often large, stocky, shaggy, short-legged, round-eared, omnivorous animals are indigenous to every continent save Australia and Antarctica. Koalas aren't bears. We just have to live with that. They're marsupials. By and large, bears are simply animals and potentially lethal predators best to be avoided by drunken Bills fans.
I feel attacked.
I almost wrote Misfits aficionados, but I thought, you know what?
You can do that. I can be
Football
both.
season's around the horn.
I can be both.
You're more than that.
Yeah,
And
well, yeah.
today's Glenn Danzig's birthday. Happy birthday to
Oh.
our short king. He's also
Wow.
my brother's birthday. Our other
Stout
short
King.
king.
Oh,
Yeah.
2 Stout Kings.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Are they there are twins. They definitely share something. A soul,
David
Yeah.
and Glenn Danzig.
dick
have-
tips,
yeah.
something.
No, they share nothing in common. Besides Dave's hatred for him.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay,
Happy
so
birthday, Dave.
happy birthday, Dave. Bears are simply animals who are doing their damnedest to survive in the environmental niche that they were born into, but there are some who seem to break this mold. Throughout history, stories have emerged from such far-flung sources as indigenous lore, newspaper accounts, internet posts, and eyewitness testimony regarding human beings encountering what can only be described as bizarre, bear-like beasts. Creatures that at first seem to be ordinary wild animals, but upon closer inspection reveal themselves to be something more. In fact, experiencers involved in these extraordinary confrontations swiftly realize that they're dealing with something more complex, cunning, and infinitely more dangerous than your average bear. Our first case comes to us from 2021, a 2021 video posted on the always informative Beyond Creepy YouTube channel titled More Weird Monsters, Dragonfly Man, which is another fucking cool case. When we do our fucking insidious insectoids or whatever I'm calling it, we'll be dealing with that guy.
Nice.
Dragonfly Man, Grizzly Bear Man, and more. It's interesting to note that this account hails from England, specifically the southeastern town of Honiton, as, according to Google AI, quote, there are no wild brown bears living in England today. While brown bears were once native to Britain, they became extinct in the wild thousands of years ago.
Interesting.
It is.
I didn't know that. Huh.
Be that as it may, in the wee hours, a father of three named Brian Birch was driving his kids, wife, and mother for a holiday at his brother's home in Devonshire. At approximately 1 a.m., Brian passed through passed through Honiton and turned down a desolate stretch of narrow country road bordered by grass on both sides, with nothing but flat farmland for miles around. As he came to a near 90-degree turn, Brian noted that his wife next to him and his mother and 3 kids in the back seat were all sound asleep. As he rounded the sharp curve, Brian flicked on his high beams, illuminating an arched, humpback bridge that ran over the train tracks below. And that's when he saw it. A strange, furry creature waddling along the grassy embankment just ahead on the right side of the narrow road. At first, due to the enigmatic animal's odd gait, the likely weary traveler thought that he was looking at a badger about to cross the road. But it seemed too big to be that. Brian slowed his vehicle, hoping to avoid a collision with the lumbering thing and that's when, he realized that, quote, this was no badger. It was, yeah, fucking fantastic.
This famous last
This
words.
was no badger.
Yeah, I know.
This ain't no fucking badger.
That's right. Perfect British accent.
I was going to do my English. I can't. I won't do it. I'll get in trouble.
Oh, well.
Everybody will hate me.
We're all terrible at accents.
It's okay.
Chris is okay sometimes. I even do a shitty Irish brogue, and it's shame. A pox on my heritage.
I was going to do it, but I won't. All right.
All right.
continue.
Okay. Fair enough.
I can't do it. I want to do it, but I can't do it. All right.
You know what this is? No badger.
Mm.
It was something he'd never seen before. The huge creature slowly stood upright, standing on its hind legs, unquote. The startled driver marveled at the sight before him. Now that it was upright, Brian could tell that he was looking at a grizzly bear. The arms, the legs, the gait, all pure grizzly, but something was definitely amiss. It wasn't just that no such species lived anywhere on the isle he called home, save, of course, for zoos. No, this was a deeper feeling welling up in his gut, screaming at him that something was wrong. It was then that, in a scene that could have been culled from John Carpenter's 1982 remake of Christian I. Nyby's, not Howard Hawks' 1951 sci-fi spectacular, The Thing from Another World, the grizzly-like monstrosity turned its head toward Brian. Of the moment Mr. Black wrote, Brian focused on the creature's face. The features, unlike the muzzle of a grizzly bear, appeared flat and decidedly pink, almost human-like. He had the impression of a pink sponge-like face, like a bath sponge. He knew instantly that this was no grizzly bear. He had no idea what it was.
Why's it got a face like a sponge?
Like a human featured sponge face in the middle of just flesh and weird folds in the middle of a big old bear fucking
Stop the
head.
pod.
Yeah. I
hate it.
I had hot dogs for dinner, man. Fuck. I don't feel right now, dude. Nick made some awesome mac salad. Now I feel like I'm just like, it's vile
percolating.
now. Yeah.
And
Well,
flat.
again-
I picture like one of those shitty old monkey toys. You know what I mean? They have
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
they're fluffy, but then they have like a plastic, almost
Plastic
human
face. Yeah, that's
like
just too
peachish.
rigid. And yeah.
I'm like,
And especially when it starts fading and cracking and getting
God,
old.
face like
Oh,
a
it's nightmare fuel.
sponge? Oh,
Yeah.
right. Well, let's get back to the old
A
You're right,
vaguely
that's-
humanoid sponge, and I still insist I'm saying the word right. Humanoid.
Vaguely.
I mean,
I never say vog, sir.
vlogly humanoid.
Vaguely humanoid.
I do appreciate.
I read a comment of someone said he can say oy vey, but he can't say vag.
and you can't
I'm
say.
But vag,
I like
nailed
how
it.
Humanoid. You've dropped the H,
fuck it.
where you're just like humanoid.
humanoid.
Yeah.
I definitely do that.
I love it.
All right, so that established that I can't fucking
This
speak.
is a journey through
Yeah,
a journey through your mouth.
Oh, the Mind Palace is fucking a fun place to visit, especially with the fucking pretty and pink faced bear lurking around the corner.
Yeah, it's gross, man.
Mind reeling and eyes locked on what passed for a face on this godforsaken anatomical abomination, Brian was startled as a scream suddenly erupted from the seat next to him. He looked over to see his wife, now wide awake, mouth open mid-shriek, eyes bulging with terror. The scream woke the kids and his mother, almost instantly causing bedlam inside the auto. Being a stalwart patriarch, Brian managed to keep his cool and not fly off the curve onto the tracks below. Instead, he made a quick swerve around the surreal, sponge-faced atrocity and hit the pedal to the metal, speeding the rest of the way to his brother's house, praying that that would be the last time they'd see this bipedal roadside disaster. Luck was with them. And as far as I know, this bizarre beast was never seen again. Years later, Albert Rosales, the old cosmic librarian,
Dude, our boy Albert, hell yeah,
contacted Brian to see what his thoughts were about the thing he'd nearly hit all those years ago. But all he could say was that he and his wife had no idea what they had, quote, encountered on that lonely stretch of road, end quote. So with spongy, semi-human faced bears on the roadside now under our belts, let's move on to our next account, which comes to us from a 2023 post by Aloof Dude on the High Strangeness subreddit. Also, courtesy of the detective skills of our own illustrious Mark Stores. So thank you for that, sir.
Oh,
dude.
Indeed.
The post came complete with the memorable title, The Greenwater Bear Incident. A monstrous talking authoritative brown bear with a helium voice goes full Karen on an irresponsible married couple.
Dude,
I was not ready for any of
instantly
that.
in when I read that.
I've been sitting on this forever, man. Like I've had it in my Patreon stack just for so long. Oh my god.
Dude.
God. Shout outs to r/humanoid encounters, man. It's
Yeah, humanoid encounters and high strangeness.
Yeah, dude, they're
both subreddits that
two are my favorite.
I mean, they're
subreddits.
the gifts that keep on
Oh my-
giving.
They're amazing.
Agreed. The post begins, quote, around sunrise on July 7, 1985, a woman named Stephanie McKay and her husband, no name provided, were awakened by their tent being violently attacked from the outside. The couple immediately knew it was a bear, end quote. And what must have been a moment of extreme logic be damned terror, the panicking couple burst from their tent to be, quote, greeted by a bear indeed. But this was no ordinary brown bear. Far from it. The quote continues, Stephanie McKay and her husband could not stress just how massive this particular bear was. They insist that this bear was abnormally large and tall, at least double the weight and width of an ordinary adult brown bear. She declared it has to have weighed at least a ton and towered over them at 9 feet tall.
It's like grizzly bear territory, man.
Yeah.
9 feet on fours or 9 feet on
9
two?
feet bipedal.
Yeah, okay.
If it's 9 feet on four, it's full.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, well, that's
That's battle cat, dude.
Yeah,
Battle bear.
no doubt.
Yeah.
Or that crazy shit up in the Kodiak, where like those antediluvian bears
Oh, yeah,
allegedly
yeah.
are still there.
master bears.
Yeah,
dude,
master bears.
master bear.
100%.
Yeah.
Right, it's crazy.
It's been a while.
The couple stared in stunned silence at this massive monstrosity that stood on its hind legs, glaring down at them. Then, just when they were sure it was about to lunge in and tear them limb from limb, the bear did something that neither of them expected. It spoke. With adrenaline coursing through their veins and their minds and bodies full on amped up for fight or flight mode, the high-pitched, almost helium-infused sounds coming out of the bear's mouth must have seemed perplexing. Perhaps they didn't even recognize them as words, but the brain is a miraculous instrument, and the duo, who were prepared to face what could easily be the worst moment in either of their lives, simply stared in stunned wonder, as the clearly miffed brown bear demanded to know their names. Who the fuck are you?
Yeah, I'm like, oh.
Its voice was severe, but the almost ridiculously high-pitched sound undercut its otherwise authoritative presence. The McKays quickly replied, only to be greeted by a second query. Do you have permission to be in the area? Do you have permission to camp on this property? Just trying to imagine it in a feminine, helium-y clown voice almost.
I fucking
I do.
With this like real pissy bear.
You have? I can't even do it.
I know.
Do you have permission to be in there? I can't do
I
it.
almost
yeah.
bought a helium balloon to bring down.
Just to be like, dude.
But such is life.
Oh man, that's funny.
Right. So it's fucking crazy. The couple, having to deal with the fact that they were having a full-on conversation with a massive cartoon-voiced bear, told the Ursine Anomaly that they did have permission to camp in the area, as this particular parcel of land was owned by a friend. Evidently unmoved by Stephanie's claim to have permission to be there, the Karen Bear made it clear their presence would be no longer tolerated and insisted they tear down their tent and gather up their belongings, intently adding, "You need to leave now." Not being fools, the twosome did as they were told and wasted no time in packing their gear and stuffing it into their vehicle. But their alacrity did nothing to impress this mammoth monster who, in a delicious twist on the time-honored tradition, began chucking rocks in their direction. Who's the cryptid now? Who's the alien interloper?
Oh.
That's right, you are. You bitches. You're the monster.
Could you imagine that, like, you're getting dressed down by a bear with a helium voice, and at some point, I obviously that's if this to believe that's got to be pretty fucking frightening.
Sure.
But well, like, can we have just like pause for a second, dude? Like, can we talk about this? Like, you're talking in a really fucked up, weird voice, like, and you're like giving me shit for being here. Like, what's your fucking bag, dude?
I know, it's really hard
And
to
why are you
step
so pissy?
to something, well, that dangerous.
Well,
physically.
Maybe it's
Yeah,
the Ranger Bear.
Dude, dude, Ranger Bear.
Ranger Bear.
Yeah. So it was a Master Bear. It sounds Ranger
Master
Bear.
Ranger Bear?
Yeah, or it's just a Ranger.
Ranger
and on
Master?
a scale of 1 to 10 of being high, they were a fucking 15. But could be Ranger Bear.
It's a possibility.
I mean, that really could be that you're just fucking, and yeah, just
It's true.
it could be. It could be.
There are definitely a few options.
Oh, that's funny.
Mercifully, the rocks were thrown in such a fashion that they came perilously close but never actually hit either of the frantically scurrying pair. Stephanie and her husband realized that the bear wasn't trying to actually hurt them. It was more like trying to motivate them through sheer terror.
It's almost worse.
It is a little. It's a little.
Yeah.
It's a little not great, to be honest.
Yeah.
Leaving post haste and praying that they weren't followed by any other talking animals, the McKays, though understandably fearful of being labeled kooks, liars, or weirdos, stopped at nearby Greenwater and reported the incident to the authorities. That's in Washington State. I think it's like Midwest, that kind of region there, if I didn't mention it earlier. Strangely, it was not the police who responded to the matter, but the Greenwater Fire Department, who promptly, quote, scolded the couple for camping in the area as risk of forest fires that time of year were extremely high.
They're getting shit from every side. The firemen, the giant talking fucking bear. Everyone's got something to say to these people.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They're getting an earful.
Oh, so that was the warning bear.
I mean,
Oh, warning bear.
It's the
yeah.
omen bear.
the omen
The
bear.
omen bear.
It predicts lectures to come.
Yeah.
No, it just
The
that's
oracle
its
of
way
shit giving.
of telling you to leave so you don't get fucking fucked up in the
Firemen
fire.
are gonna
yeah.
be so fucking
Yeah.
pissed at you. The firemen see this shit. Go tell them. See if I give a
Right.
shit. That's my fucking.
Want to get on the
voice.
fucking tent?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wanna get on the fucking tent?
Right fucking out. Fucking firemen are gonna come. Fuck you.
Pretty sure you're not supposed to be here.
Yeah, here's a rock. Fuck you. That's way better than mine, dude.
Not even- I mean,
No, mine's struggling
about as
hard.
high as
Like, fuck you. Yeah, that's all I can do.
That's great.
You just fuck you.
Fuck you. Fucking firemen are gonna scold you guys so fucking hard. Fuck you.
In an intriguing postscript, Aloof Guy writes, another bizarre detail is the couple reported that people who lived in the area used the same wording as the bear did when telling us about the dangers of this area. End quote.
Oh.
So, I mean, either it's like it learned to speak from the
Is this a
locals and is
trained-
using the local
I mean, if it's a
vernacular.
local bear, then it's going to have the same
A
cadence.
trained
Sure.
master ranger omen bear.
Oh,
Dude.
I mean, they're rare.
This could kind of be like the bears in the Adirondacks. They'll come eat your pancakes.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I mean,
Those are just bears.
I mean, they just, people give
Those
them
aren't
food.
omen bears.
They
That's
just give
true.
them
Or
food.
master bears.
Yeah.
yeah.
True.
There's just a bear.
It's a bear.
So this warning, I write, implies that there was more to the bear's speech than reported. And this also has me wondering if a bunch of 70s kids hadn't inadvertently created a vocally deficient egregore of Smokey the Bear, perhaps Trix the Rabbit, Jesus Christ, the Trix Rabbit and the Kool-Aid Man were not far behind, but of course, Smokey the Bear is the first thing you fucking
100%,
think
dude.
of.
Yeah.
Because he is
talking
he's,
bear.
He's the Ranger Bear.
He is a
he's
Ranger
a Master
bear.
Ranger Omen Bear.
Yeah.
Of course he is.
Why do I have a fucking Smokey the Bear Funko Pop?
You do?
I do. Why do I have one though?
Because you like
Because you
Pops.
were in a phase
It's
where you just
fun.
bought every.
Yeah, but why Smokey the Bear?
I mean,
I
it's-
don't know,
it's a
dude.
cute childhood
I
icon.
think he was like an exclusive, or do I still have? I'll bring him if I have him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring him to the party.
Weird. Yeah, man. They may have fucking egregored his ass into existence.
Yeah, I mean, it's not probably the case, but
He
what
wore
the fuck?
pants. Did he wear pants?
He wore pants,
He wore
and
pants.
like a Ranger's hat.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he
was
didn't have
like-
a shirt on.
He was like a jacked John Goodman,
But he had like no
like
shirt.
merchant marine,
Right,
chubby,
he just, like-
I don't
strong.
think he did.
No, he
Does-
just
do you
had a
have a-
hairy brown torso.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
With a pair of pants.
Yeah. I mean, there
Yeah,
might have
that
been
was
other
it.
iterations of him, but that's the one I
Right?
mostly remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smokey the Bear.
He might have had a
Really?
shirt
Like a
sometimes.
vest or something.
Maybe. I don't
Not
remember
much.
that,
If he
though.
had anything, wasn't much.
A weird tank top like I got.
chaps, ass
Yeah.
free.
why
I love
Which
your
is weird
tank
that
tops.
they didn't give him a shirt though.
is that bear wearing ass free chaps?
Because
They're-
chaps
I
don't
mean,
have asses.
yeah.
That's right. Yeah,
That's
there you go.
always the answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bear
When
cover up your bear dick, dude.
Oh my gosh. When the press got wind of this bizarre event, the police were forced to issue a response, and their spokesperson was a Deputy Sheriff Bob Hoffman. He told the press on Friday night that week there were, quote, some people of the Greenwater community who told the couple their campsite was on private property and the fire was too high, adding that the bears in this area do not reach 8 feet in height. They also have never spoken to me or thrown rocks at me.
Oh, hardy har har.
Yes.
Whatever.
Yeah, the rocks is the only thing. Is like what?
Yeah,
Well,
that
I
is-
mean,
I guess
it's
that's
a common
interesting.
Bigfoot thing. Like, they're
Yeah,
always
but-
chucking
yeah,
rocks at
100%.
people.
But not for master bears or omen bears.
Well, you're right, but we don't have a lot of experience with them.
I do.
if it's an
Okay.
if it's an
Plenty.
So
egg,
maybe it's unique then.
but if it's,
I mean,
if it's
plenty.
an egregore, we all know about egregores and rocks, dude. Favorite weapon.
Mm.
Dare I go back to trebuchet?
Oh my
Their
gosh.
hands are that of the trebuchet.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
that's just
Yes.
I love
okay.
this. You're so cosmopolitan. I
You like
love it.
that?
Yes.
Yeah, dude. It's my new favorite vocabulary word.
Oh, trebuchet is a fun
yeah, I
word.
love it.
In a move that will shock exactly no one, Officer Hoffman claimed, my conclusion is that the report is unfounded. It's probably the result of an overactive imagination coupled with the request that they leave the area. The couple was on private property and they did have a fire. If we have any more sightings of talking bears or bears that throw rocks, I'm not sure I'm going to let anyone know. I'm tired of getting media calls from all over, anywhere from Boston to Hawaii. Humph.
Yeah.
I'm
So
getting
mad.
calls from Hawaii's an island.
It is.
Yeah. I'm getting calls.
Oh my God. So pissy about it.
Dude, everyone in this fucking story is pissy, except for the campers that are trying to camp.
But the campers,
Well-
were they lying to the fucking master bear? Were
I
they?
don't know.
Because they said they knew
Bear
the
told
owner,
him to scoot.
but the bear seemed to know that they, and this cop who, I mean, I'm going to trust stone campers probably first, but still, I mean, he's insisting that they did not have permission to be on the property and that the fire was far too high,
Yeah.
thus necessitating a bear's interceding
Perhaps
on the matter.
a forest spirit
I mean, all right, so you can't take elemental off
was
the table.
there to protect the woodland
Well, sure.
creatures
Taking the form
of a bear.
and then speaking the talk of the human. Yeah, speaking
Sure.
the talk of the human. Nice
Yeah.
fucking words.
Speaking the talk of the human. I like
Yeah.
that. That's cool, man. That's I like that.
But it is what like fucking Fae do.
Yeah, I mean, they're there to protect it.
Take the shape of an animal.
Gotta-
Elementals,
gotta
Fae,
get
I
a
know they're not
better-
interchangeable,
Gotta
but
get a better voice, though, man.
I mean, maybe it was doing its best. Maybe it was
Yeah.
like having to like psychically readjust the vocal cords to even be able to make those
Oh,
sounds.
did it possess the bear?
And in the process, could it have possessed the bear? Could it have been an alien intelligence, like the thing that stole that kid's soul, like
Blasted into a bear.
blasted into a bear
Right.
temporarily,
Yeah.
using it to get rid of these motherfuckers who are definitely going to start a forest fire, then exiting the bear, and everyone thinks they're fools, and a forest fire averted.
Did it CE5? Did it Dr. Richard Greer itself into the fucking bear?
Stephen Greer.
Stephen Greer.
But yes, maybe.
The fuck's Richard Greer?
I just
You're thinking of Richard Gere.
Oh, Richard
my
Gere,
God.
the actor. Yeah.
of Mothman Prophecies fame.
Oh, yes. I brought it all back around.
Of course,
it
his
makes
best
sense.
movie in my
All right,
opinion.
cool. Yeah, man. This might be a psychic connection from some fucking...
So yeah, it could be
Maybe.
alien
Intelligence from
amoebas, it
beyond.
could be elementals, it could be
Yeah,
fae, it could
could be
be
anything.
a demon possessing a bear but really doesn't like fires. Could be the soul of a dead fireman. who wanders the forest where his ashes were thrown because that was his favorite place to go with his family, and he occasionally inhabits woodland critters to get a message through.
Prevent said forest fires, which
Right.
killed him in the line of duty.
Oh,
But it's an
boy.
extra big bear, though.
It is an extra big bear.
Well, maybe when you get an extra soul, you expand.
I mean,
physically.
but 9 foot standing. Yeah,
Science.
No, that's kind of big. Yeah,
That's
I
so
don't know,
stupid.
man. I
It's
mean,
kind of big.
grizzly bears are fucking enormous, though. But
Oh, they can be.
they can be. Yeah,
Sure
Okay.
as shooting.
Well, we fucking nailed that one.
Oh, yeah. With that, at least officially, it was case closed on the talking bear. But I can imagine that the McKays never quite looked at camping the same way again. Our final case comes to us from a newspaper report published in the Chicago Tribune on October 1st, 1899.
Oh,
In the Wayback Seas.
It's just
Oh,
before
shit, the-
1900.
Oh, yes.
Fucking
Just
heels of the 20th century.
Yeah, dude. Y'all got
Toes,
fucking hats
beans.
on, fancy hats.
Listeners to this show are no doubt long familiar with the concept of skinwalkers. Put simply, according to Wikipedia, always go with the easiest, the Yi Naldushi, I'm probably murdering that, translating to by means of it, it goes on all fours, is one of several types of skinwalkers within Navajo beliefs. These witches are seen as the antithesis of Navajo values, performing malevolent ceremonies and using manipulative magic in stark contrast to the beneficial works of medicine people. End quote. In fact, many cultures across the globe have within their belief systems the idea of a human being who can shift into animal form and back. It's a concept that goes back to a time immemorial and remains with us to this day. But back in the late 1800s, there was a man whose obsession was so all-consuming that he, in a fashion not unfamiliar to fans of the incredible Mr. Limpet, and I know there's some fucking...
Oh my God.
there's some fucking Knots fans out there. D Knots, come on. Where's my shout-outs? That movie's fucking fantastic, by the way. It was like one of the first cartoon crossovers. It was like pre-Roger Rabbit.
I've watched it. I've seen it.
Yeah.
I have no clue what it is.
So, in a fashion like this,
Okay.
he may have wished himself into another form. He fucking just wishes he was fish. He's in like a marriage with a woman that he doesn't particularly want to be with. He just wants to do fish and fucking, I don't know, fucking work as an accountant or whatever he does.
Yeah.
I'm
he turns
looking
into
at
a
this.
fish.
I
By pure will.
kind of remember this, sort of.
And then
yes.
it's like a cartoon in the ocean. And he's
Yeah.
got the crab,
Yep.
like the first Sebastian the crab, but he's this gnarly old fucking whatever. I'm not going to go.
All right, man. Yeah,
It's
no.
just it's a decent movie.
I mean, skip this
Oh,
one.
God, I
But
said
sure.
decent, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
All right. The original Chicago Tribune article was reprinted on the Phantoms and Monsters website and reads, quote, a Texas rancher named Nam Sarsy. What a fucking name. It sounds like a Patreon
Nam
name.
Sarsy. Hell yeah, dude.
I don't even know the
Dang.
etymology
Yeah,
of
man.
either of those names.
Yeah, you know what the etymology is? It's a bad motherfucker.
Yeah. Oh, you got to be.
Hell yeah, right there.
He is too.
Yeah.
But, we will come to find out. But Nam, maybe? Nam? I don't know.
Yeah, whatever. It's fine.
Nam Sarsy was a famous bear hunter and had scoured the woods in the neighborhood of his home in Antelope Canyon in Edwards County until he knew every foot of them and every bird and beast within their confines. Sarsy was an intelligent but uneducated man, in good circumstances, devoted to his family and respected by his neighbors. One day, Sarsy disappeared from his home. He had often been away on hunting trips, and his family were not uneasy until his absence had run from days into weeks. Then his friends and neighbors scattered through the mountains or formed little searching parties and took the trail. Sarsy had never exhibited mental peculiarities, that's fucking such a polite way of putting it, to warrant suspicion that he was not of sound mind, and it was supposed that he had met with an accident. It had been his habit when at home to keep a pet bear. He was fond of bears and nearly always had one about the ranch. His bears he raised from cubs captured in the mountains. Nothing seemed to give him so much pleasure as playing with his pet. He was a powerful man and would amuse himself for hours wrestling with his bear, throwing it to the ground or tiring it in a scuffle.
This guy's
All
a
right.
fucking badass,
Yeah.
dude.
Nam
This is what
Sarsy.
I want to fucking do, man. God damn it.
Okay,
But
well,
I can't.
He disappeared.
Well,
Okay.
I'll be back. You
Into
know,
his stomach.
dude, you guys know me. I'll be back.
All right.
I'll be gone most like a day.
You don't come back from the stomach.
Let me
Bro.
finish. Let me finish the story before you commit to the fucking lunge
Unless
into
you get
bear
puked out
wrestling.
and you reform, then you're just a sludgy shithole.
Yeah, sludgy, shitty looking. Yeah, no, that's definitely gonna. And if a bear shits you out, that's a whole other fucking process. Right
Well, then
there.
you're just a turd.
Yeah, then you're just a big giant bear turd.
That's true. I almost did a spit
Yeah.
take. All right.
Not on the new computer. No,
Yeah.
you
No,
already
not-
spilled
I know
burgers
already.
last
already-
week.
No,
so.
it's been christened. It's
Yeah,
been
you-
blessed.
I got
Now the
whiskey.
ship sails.
Yeah, that's why it froze.
You probably. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
All right. Let's get back to this.
Bourbon era.
I mean, I won't. I didn't realize it had a slope. The old laptop was a firm fucking place for my whiskey.
Hilarious.
Now it sits safely
I
on
love
the table.
that your laptop still sits on a goddamn Xbox.
I mean, it's
It's
the perfect size.
It's just hilarious, dude.
Well, it's more than just an Xbox.
No,
It's-
there's also the live track L8 zoom underneath it.
yeah, the box for the thing
I
we
love
record
it.
on.
I don't. that is
Yeah.
what holds us together.
Oh yeah,
As a
it's the perfect height.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, why reinvent the wheel?
dude, I'm telling you.
All right. He would often, quote unquote, play bear for his children. He would go about the house on all fours like a bear, growling and snapping at the children who would scamper away screaming with delight at the play. So it seems like a good dad. Maybe the bears are not a brilliant option around kids, but what the hell?
Yeah,
He's doing his
you
best.
know, what are you gonna do, man?
It's the Sarsy way.
yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Sarsy had been gone from home, some months, and his wife and friends had given him up. It was the general opinion that he had been killed in a fight with a bear or had met with an accident. One day last August, a hunter was going through the woods not more than 2 miles from Sarsy's house, found the rifle of the missing man lying on the ground under a large pine tree. There's a missing word there, but it was probably in the original article. Not far away was the carcass of a large bear, which had been skinned. The hide was gone. This was thought to be a clue to the presence of Sarsy, but a search failed to bring any trace of him. A few days after the discovery of the gun, the community were thrown into wild excitement by finding the body of a little Mexican girl in a berry patch. She had been killed and the body partially devoured by a large bear,
Oh God.
whose tracks were plain to old hunters. The trail was cold, however, and the bear could not be followed. Fucking sad.
Yeah,
Always.
Jesus, man, a murdered child in the berry patch.
In the
God,
berry
man,
patch.
fucking Ray Brower. Shit.
Oh my God.
It sucks.
The real hero.
Real hero Ray Brower.
It was not a bear. It is not a bear region in the vicinity of Antelope Canyon, but signs of them became frequent. Some children fishing in a mountain stream were chased by a bear. His big tracks were found, and the ranch men hunted him, but without avail. Bruin was as cunning as he was audacious. I always love that. I always forget Bruin's a word for bear, like the Boston.
Yeah, I was just like,
oh,
well,
awesome. Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense. Okay, cool.
The hunters often saw his tracks by streams, but none of them caught a glimpse of him. It was Sarsy's wife or widow, she did not know which, who was the first to meet the bear, who had become, to the mountaineers, a mysterious, uncanny beast.
Oh man, I think I see where this is going.
Yeah, I have an idea, but I'm like, ooh.
Nope, same. Oh, God.
One evening, she was going to the spring for water. At a turn in the path, she came face to face with the bear. She knew it would be fatal to run, for the bear would spring upon her. So she stepped slowly backward, the bear following as slowly. Her foot caught in a root, and she fell and rolled over and over, screaming for aid. The bear sprang for her and began gently nosing her. Suddenly it turned and galloped off into the woods. When Mrs. Sarsy told her story, there was much wonderment. There followed fast many strange adventures, in all of which the bear took part. One day, a number of children were playing about the schoolhouse when the big bear appeared and tried to join in their play. The children ran screaming to the schoolhouse for protection. The bear followed them into the house and danced up and down the aisles. This would have been amusing had it been a tame bear, but here was the mysterious bear that But here was the mysterious bear that no hunter could follow and no hunter had seen. So, I mean, it's not a circus bear, which would still be really dangerous and scary, but back then you just believed what you were told. The beast danced toward the teacher, who was terrified. It held out its paws as if an invitation to a waltz. And the teacher made a flying leap through the window.
Fuck you, kids.
Yeah, fuck it.
Good luck. Now you're a fucking buffet.
Oh, my God.
See ya.
Don't need to be faster than everybody.
Nope, this gotta be faster than these dumb kids.
The bear growled in its disappointment, and the children fled through the windows and doors and took shortcuts for home. This story aroused the hunters, and they organized a big chase, but no one could find the bear, and there was not a hound in the county that could keep its trail. One morning, Mrs. Sarsy found bear tracks in her dooryard. The evening before, and for several evenings, the old deerhound that had accompanied Sarsy on his hunting trips set up a furious barking. One evening, Mrs. Sarsy went out to where the old dog was playing with some large animal whose outlines she could only dimly make out. The animal stood near the gate, and the dog rushed upon it, frolicked around, barking joyfully. Speaking of this afterwards, Mrs. Sarsy said, "I am sure what the animal was. I believe it was a bear." And a dog willing to play with a bear. We're seeing where this is going.
Unless the dog knows the bear.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Buddies. This ain't no Disney movie.
No,
Where it always had like 3 random animal friends becoming fucking buddies and going on a road trip.
Yeah, totally.
Like I don't know if I'm just imagining it, but I think there's like 11 of them.
Yeah,
like it's
bear,
a cougar, an eagle, and a fucking
yeah, dude.
I don't know. Like
and then there's that dinosaur.
Hedgehog.
There's that sad dinosaur one, Land Before Time. Bummer.
Oh yeah, it's a little bummer.
Yeah, but they're all different dinosaurs. They're all friends. They're all on a trip
to
the end.
I confuse it with Fievel Goes West. I don't know why.
Fievel was cool too, because his little mouth hanging out.
No, it was good animation. A little melodramatic, but good animation.
I mean, a lot of them at that time would got really
a little maudlin, like a little hard.
Really bugged
Bambi
out.
had a bunch of cool friends.
Bambi was just a tragedy.
Skunk.
That's just a bad movie.
Skunk was cool.
All of them are Dumbo's a tragedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Like they're all nothing is
they're all fucking
actually happy.
They're all a bummer, dude. Yeah.
Man.
Well, most fairy tales were bummers.
So you get to the end and then you're like, redemption.
Yeah,
it's probably why I liked Winnie the Pooh. Even though there's the implicit idea that Christopher Robin is going to grow up and go away, it's still sweet up until the end and not like, it's, I guess, a touch tragic. It's fucking the Disney touch.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, until the horror movie.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Cheesily. If they, no, we're not. We're talking. We're on point.
All right.
I'm not going to fall
back
down
to
that
it. This
hole.
bear is a familiar bear.
Ah, yes, he is. The people began to think the woods haunted. The frontier preacher called a meeting to talk the matter over. While the meeting was going on and the preacher was praying, the mysterious animal walked in at the back door, slapped the preacher over, and standing on his hind legs, ambled down the aisle, snapping at the flying worshippers who had left their guns at home.
Oh, you all plumb fucked up.
Oh, boy,
Guess
just
who's
slaps him down.
Nam Sarsy, the werebear, is here.
Wow.
Yeah, dude.
You called it.
I did.
You did. That night, the valley was aroused in talking of the terror, the devil, the demon bear. Mrs. Sarsy was roused that night by a noise in the room in which the children slept, which adjoined her own. She arose from her bed and stepped to the door. To her horror, she saw a great black bear standing beside the bed in which her children slept. She stepped swiftly into her room and caught up her husband's rifle. She knew how to shoot. She raised the rifle to her shoulder and pulled the trigger. From the darkness, a voice, I'm adding that. Sally, don't shoot anymore. You have killed me.
No!
Yep.
Oh,
Nam
Sarsy, the werebear has been fucking murdered by his own
Well,
wife.
apparently just a bear at this point. He's not even aware. It doesn't seem.
It's
right?
true. Well, we'll get into this.
We're not.
I mean, yeah, unless there's more that.
Yeah, there is. It was Sarsy, her husband, and he had been fatally hit. She was at his side at once, screaming in agony. Sarsy lived until the next day, and before he died, he told a marvelous story of his mental suffering. For a long time before the mania seized me, said the dying man, I had been thinking I was a bear. This delusion grew on the man until he could find no relief except by going into the woods and acting like a bear for several hours. After a jaunt of this kind, he would return home quiet. When he found he could no longer control himself, he left his home, went into the woods, and killed a bear, and arrayed himself in the animal's skin. In this way, he hoped to cure himself of this malady.
It's a self-made werebear.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
In his lucid moments, he greatly desired to see his wife and children. He recalled seeing his wife at the spring as a dream. He could not remember having chased the children, nor did he know anything of the death of the Mexican girl. He often watched his own children at play from a safe retreat near his home. He had lived on berries and roots, and he remembered that he had often enjoyed eating raw meat. End quote. So it is that a major American newspaper published a report on a man who was able to, evidently by sheer force of will, transform his physical being into one that he wished he could be. Were it not for so many corroborating reports, one would be forced to conclude that this was a hoax or a bald-faced lie. But what if it were true? For a moment, silence your skeptical side and remember the miracles of quantum theory and ponder the fact that there are Buddhist and Shaolin monks able to change their heart rate or endure unimaginable agony or, as some swear, even levitate off the ground. There are mothers who lift massive vehicles to save their child and Japanese sword masters who can slice bullets in twain with just an instantaneous flick of their well-honed blade. So think about that. Granted, turning into a fucking bear is extreme. Even I can only play that game so long.
When you said thing about that, I really was like, I wonder if I had a sword. Like if I could be a Bushido master and I could, is that what they are? Like Bushido?
Bushido? I don't
Bushido?
know.
Whatever.
Don't know.
A sword master. What if I could be the master killer that Marauder sang about? And I could be like, wow, I could fucking get the, I thought about that.
I mean, dare to dream.
You've clearly thought about it.
We've all fantasized about being like katana.
What if I am the
warriors.
master killer? What if I am the master killer?
Everyone did.
You might be. You might have just been like hypnotized into thinking, you're a crypto aficionado, works a normal job and has a family.
Yeah.
It might be you did it to yourself to be the ultimate hideaway for the master killer to like regain his fucking mojo, get his shit together.
When I'm needed, they'll activate
and then
me.
erupt. No, you'll activate yourself. It'll be like a subconscious trigger.
Yeah.
You didn't trust someone to do this to you.
No, I can't. I'm too dangerous.
You're too dangerous.
Too dangerous.
Just wait. Just wait until the time's right.
All
Okay. All right. We'll table that now.
I'm a dangerous man.
Just don't start wrapping yourself in turds.
Oh, God.
I gotta be with the turds.
I gotta think like a turd. I gotta be a turd.
Oh,
It's the
turdmosis.
only way
Head in the sewer, just wrap yourself up in turds.
Oh my God. Turd taco.
It's like a weird shitty mummy.
Yeah.
Just wrap myself in rags and
Oh,
tampons.
how has that never been made?
A weird shit
God.
mummy.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I mean, it should be. There were so many shitty movies in Blockbuster before they closed
The
for the
shit
final
mummy?
time. I mean, just like shit monsters.
Yeah,
just
like
monsters forming of shit. And
Yeah.
all the things you're not supposed to flush. But
Yeah.
then that becomes part of their weaponry that they use to kill
Yeah.
fuckers.
It's an ancient curse
Yeah.
from old maintenance mechanics that are tired of tearing apart pumps, and then
There
they
you
put
go.
their evil juju into the fucking rags, like let them kill the other people that plug the shit.
Shit golem.
A shit golem, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's like Pumpkinhead.
It is. Yeah, I go to
You run
the
the sewer,
old,
you summon the shit.
I summon, yeah.
monster, then
I
it
gotta
goes
go
to
to
the
the
family.
old shit witch.
Is there like an old fucking grizzled maintenance guy that just lives in the sub
yeah,
basement?
my dad.
Long retired.
Yeah. Literally, my
He'll
dad.
have a sweet long ponytail, your dad, and he's the one you go to when you're trying to invoke the
He's gonna
fucking shit golem.
He's gonna pass on the curse to you.
Dude, it's just all cigar smoke.
Oh,
You're gonna be the old man one day.
I will,
condescension.
dude. All of a sudden, I got like one, my eye just goes white, and I'm like, the curse has been passed.
Don't go down the level 5A.
Don't even talk about 6B.
Yeah, we don't want to go too far down Pumpkinhead, but I mean, someone out there make this movie. 'Cause
All right, there you go.
shit
dude.
monsters en masse would be fantastic.
Demon Smasher, I'm here. I'll do it.
Okay,
All right.
that's great.
Sick.
Back to fucking the difficult to swallow concept of people wishing themselves into animals.
AKA Master Killer.
Even I have to admit that it not only strains, but kicks, scratches, and punches the shit out of the boundaries of my credibility. Nevertheless, it seems that some folks out there have been dealing with some very strange bear encounters, and that's not even including all of the kids who claim to have been rescued/kidnapped by bears, which we talked about briefly earlier, or the mastodonic, possibly primordial megafauna, super grizzly relics that allegedly dwell in the dark depths of Alaska's Verdant Forest. So that was what I was talking about with the Kodiak. Those I don't know if they call it king bear. It's something ridiculous.
Fucking Master Bear.
Yeah. Whatever the case may be, respect bears, give them a wide berth, and when they start talking, you'd better listen.
Oh, shit. Uncle Bobby's Bonkers Big Bear Bonanza.
Woo!
There it is, dude.
Summertime's here.
Dude, I got to tell you, Nam
Sarsy.
Nam Sarsy. Nam, whatever. Dude, what a fucking heartbreaking
Oh.
thing, dude. God damn it. I was shooting for werebear. Like he just got cursed by the werebear and he became one.
So he killed a bear.
Yeah.
Wore bear skin, but then just became a bear.
Yeah, I think he just by
Is that what I'm
sheer-
getting?
No, because you're right, Chris. It's nebulous. So here's what I'm figuring.
Or was he never the bear?
The hunters
'Cause
never
that
saw
doesn't
it.
seem right.
But if it were Nam dancing in a bear skin
That's what I'm saying.
down the aisle of the school,
You'd fucking know, right?
you would think the teacher would know.
That's right.
The kids would be like, "Fuck, that's
Yeah, like it's fucking. It's my.
Nah.
I for
it's
some
my
reason know he
dad
was. It
fucking-
was always
yeah.
him, just as a bear. But like, you would see you would know human in
and
a bear.
his wife at the spring when he like came over and sniffed her. If it was a carcass like draped over his head, hood style,
Yeah,
and he was
dude.
going,
No,
making
I
a sound.
think he had that shit on, and then the fucking power of the forest transformed him into the.
Okay,
fucking
so you're
master
thinking that what I just
It would
the first thing I said was true,
Yeah,
but
because there's no way, dude. If it's
I mean, if it happened, that would be a solid theory.
if he leather faced himself into a bear, you would know. You'd be like, it's a
Right.
dude in a bear suit running
Totally.
around. I mean, it's just gonna be all gross and
Which is
stinky
not to
shit.
say it wouldn't be a cool movie, but it's not
Dude,
what this is.
I know.
yeah,
That
but
would be
well,
real cool.
so at the end of this, you think she's just cradling a bear?
So
Yeah,
That's
I
talking,
think she is,
saying,
and he's
No,
just like,
see,
I
I don't
bet
know.
he-
I don't.
I don't
yeah,
know about. I don't know if it's just a talking bear. And that's
Right.
That's where it gets confusing.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's
Yeah.
just the bear saying, "Baby, you
Yeah.
did the fatal kill," and she's
No, yeah.
fucking, and she's like snuggling.
baby.
Oh, Nam, this is your own Nam.
But then he told her of what happened to him. He was like,
Yeah.
this is what I did.
So
It became too stressful for me, man. I had to
he
be
was
a bear.
obviously losing his shit.
Yeah, dude.
And honestly, there's more parallels with Mr. Limpet than fucking.
Oh, yeah, dude, this
you know,
poor
obvious to the layman, the non-limpet experts.
Right.
yeah.
Limpet, excuse me. So fucking, I think the implication is he felt it, he wanted it, he would go in
yes.
the woods and act it out.
Yeah.
All things that could be diagnosed, psychologically as something, probably.
Yeah.
But then he puts on the skin, and then you have to wonder. All right, so with all respect to Navajo lore and other cultures that believe in it, you learn a technique and you get the accompanying skin, and if you believe in this, you transform into the animal.
So he shapeshifted himself into an animal. Yeah, okay.
I mean, the first person to do it, was it sheer force of will? Was Sarsy, whose nationality, not that it matters, we have no idea. That name, I have no fucking idea.
yeah, no fucking clue. Dude.
But did he just will it? Is he like one of the first natural skinwalkers, just becoming through sheer force of will?
I mean,
what he loves.
It sounds like
I don't
however
know.
the
And then
fuck he did it.
He vaguely recalled, and this is kind of the scary part, like he's getting trapped in bear mind.
yeah.
It's almost as if, like, some people think the brain is like a radio receiver, and like the soul or the consciousness or whatever you want to call it is the signal broadcast. The signal continues after the radio breaks, but fucking this is the thing that picks up the signal and you act out in like this fucking vehicle you call your body. Whether or not that's true. But if that, is the case, then, maybe he just forced his will into an animal. Maybe he literally was able to tap into some foundational thing. I mean, all cultures everywhere have, I know my mind's going a million ways at once, but have legends of werewolves.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Not jaguar wolves, but fucking were-jaguars.
Dude, fucking
Jaguar wolf.
The
Jaguar,
Jaguar
awesome.
man.
First off, it would be a great title to a 70s Japanese action show.
Yeah.
Jaguar wolf. And he'd have the coolest car.
Yeah, he would be kind of like a luchador, but also kind of nice.
Yes.
It'd be like Aztec Kaiser.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's
Like
the
a
first thing I
wrestler,
thought
but
of.
like a
With 2-tier transformation.
yeah, at
Because he's
least.
Jaguar wolf.
Shit.
Then he's the complete package. Fuck. Okay.
All right.
All right. Fuck.
Anyway,
No,
Anyway.
Save that.
So he's either, I mean, I'm just saying if it's possible, and I'm very doubtful that it's possible. We have no evidence whatsoever. There are people that absolutely believe it with all of their hearts and minds.
Sure.
Mhm.
And I respect their beliefs. But there's no academic, unless they're like in Native American lore, that probably believes it. So if it can happen, is he like showing the way? Do you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Like long after the Navajo and other, indigenous peoples came up with it.
Was he taught this technique?
Was he
or
taught it? Yeah, that's another question.
Or
Was he
did he-
taught it from somebody, or did he just become so
just
hard?
stumble upon this, being out there and doing this?
And like I say, the scary part is he's trapped in
It was
the
like
bear
the
brain.
bears, the spirit of the bear called to him, man. He
Yeah.
was like, he couldn't.
Yeah,
fucking-
is he like Beastmaster, but just for like bears though?
Oh,
he can like
yes.
see through
I
other
mean,
bears.
he raised
That's why
bears,
he doesn't
wrestled
doesn't know about the Mexican because he wasn't in that. But he was in the bear that went to his wife at the river.
Okay.
Oh,
That's interesting.
Okay.
It wasn't the bear, but he saw through the bear. That's why.
I mean, he could have gone, like I say, getting caught in the.
I was hoping he was going to solve the girl's murder.
Getting caught in the what I call bear brain.
Mindhunter season 4.
He might have just lashed out looking for food,
Yeah.
killed the girl.
Right.
Ate a few berries for dessert.
He said he didn't know about it, though,
But he
man.
might not remember because he might have fully transformed into bear mode. But then he was oscillating back and forth between Sarsy and bear. Like, I miss my kids a little, but I'm still a bear and I'm eating berries and I'm looking at them from a distance. Now I'm in the school playing with kids because I want to do that. I miss my wife, but now I'm a fucking full-on bear again.
But there was the preacher.
There was the preacher
Did
who got fucking smacked
Did
down.
the preacher
I don't
kill
know.
the Mexican girl in the bush?
Oh,
Yeah.
you dark son of a bitch!
Because Sarsy was gonna pull it off,
To
man.
frame the bear.
Dude, exactly. Yes.
Oh my god!
I mean, again, this is fucking True Detective, or was it Mindhunters? Which one was it?
It's a little bit of Silver Bullet.
I said Mindhunters at first, but it's also True Detective.
I wish they'd come back with Mindhunters because I fucking love that series, but this is definitely
I know.
True Detective season.
Where's the
fucking-
happy face killer? I want it.
Dude, oh my god, man, I want to see that fucking next season so bad.
Sons of bitches.
All right, well, regardless,
Too good to
dude,
last.
This is that's a goddamn bummer,
Fucking
dude.
Bears,
What a
dude, check 'em
fucking
out.
So-
bummer. Yeah, dude, Bears, be about it.
The theme, if there is one, is a pink spongy faced fuck all.
Theme.
Maybe mid transformation.
Could be.
Maybe bear to human, human to bear.
Yeah.
The talking bear clearly has the intellect of a super intelligent being. I won't
Get the fuck
say
out of my
human,
woods.
right?
Yeah.
And prioritizes the safety in the environment.
Exactly.
Maybe like more into the evolution, and then full on Sarseed,
Yeah, man.
where you fucking maybe
He went full bear?
I think the preacher did it now. You got me convinced, but like maybe he went full fucking throttle on the bear,
Yeah.
and fucking there was no getting the foot off the gas.
Man, this is just dude, this is a wild fucking spiral of bear
Or
transformation.
they could be
possibly.
absolutely and probably are unrelated.
It could be, but still, it's all
Yeah.
3 super weird cases involving
mean,
bears like that, man.
It's the Big Bear Bonanza.
Dude, Uncle Bobby's big.
Now
Bear
I
Bonanza.
understand the
Yeah.
title.
Now you get it. Now, yes,
Yeah.
it all comes full circle.
Bonanza.
I spoiled it when I after I talked with you on the phone today. I called Chris and I'm like, dude, it's fucking Uncle Bobby's Bonkers Big Bear Bonanza. He's like, the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I just thought
I
I
was
thought it
like-
was not that, but something
I was like, dude,
No.
like
it
that.
is
But he was
I'm
just
like,
adding
oh, yeah.
shenanigans. I'm like,
Oh,
no,
no.
that's
no, that's actually it.
That's the name of the title.
Well, there it is. Thank you for joining us, Cryptonaut podcast. Rob, holy shit, that was fun.
Oh,
fucking
fuck yeah.
That was
Bears,
awesome.
a
That
whole-
actually, I know the whole thing with fucking Nam Sarsy sucks. I feel bad for that dude and his
Sure.
family, but it kind of took it took a little bit of it away there. So
Took
you
a
know.
little sting away.
Well, it took a little bit. Away.
And especially if he's accidentally murdering people, he probably had to go.
think
It's a
he-
Lon Chaney
no.
Jr. werewolf
No,
thing.
he was gonna solve.
I don't
the
know
I
if
think
it
you're
was
probably- I
though.
know.
You
That's
don't
why-
know what the shit was going on in the woods with other bears.
He was gonna solve the murder.
Right, there's a whole other story that you don't know about.
You're right.
Like
What's-
he came in and the bears were like, "What the fuck?
Yeah.
This guy's coming in," and he had a following. Then there was the people that were against him, being like the Lord of the new bears.
Lord of
So
the New
they tried to
Bears.
frame him by going and doing the preacher slap, and then the fucking killing the girl.
Dude,
It's a whole.
it's a whole
Polit-
thing,
it's
dude.
political hit.
Can you be?
It's a
That's fucking
political
brilliant.
hit.
Can you be Lord of the New Bears and fucking Ranger Bear Master? Fucking I don't what.
Oh, the Omen Bear?
Omen Bear.
I mean, a bear wears many hats, Rob.
I mean, they do.
A bear.
I don't know.
wears
I
many
feel like the
hats.
Omen Bear was like a hologram of fate. Like I don't think that was really there.
Or like you
Okay.
said, they
You know what I
were-
mean?
They were
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
If
they
I-
were-
Like,
if-
or an
if we're going
illusion,
there.
like
Yeah.
projecting.
That's
a
what I
thought into
mean,
their head.
something.
Yeah, that makes sense.
they're high as
Something
fuck,
that's
dude.
just into
Because it doesn't make
or they're
sense.
high as fuck.
Like fucking.
Yeah,
like,
they could be tripping balls. I mean, everyone
I'm like,
I knew when we were teenagers, if they wanted to go camping, and the main reason they wanted to go camping is they wanted to be communing with fucking nature when they were tripping their balls off, whether it was shrooms, acid,
no,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah,
It was
I
always
don't know,
camp,
man.
and then motherfuckers almost fell off cliffs, and people had to make human chains to pull them up.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
God.
a
The
lot
point.
of dangerous places
Remember how treacherous
to
that
camp
place
Oh,
was?
yeah.
here.
Yeah. Especially when you're tripping.
Yeah,
Jeez
no,
Louise,
dude, you gotta-
safety first.
Yeah, man.
You got to have it controlled too.
Yeah.
When with fucking this girl at this party I was at was dating a buddy of ours. I won't obviously tell any details, but she ended up climbing out on his roof, just fucking tripping
Oh no.
hard.
Yeah.
And she's like, Blue Dog tells me to come back in, but Red Dog's telling me to jump. And we're all like, fucking don't listen to Red Dog. Red Dog's a liar. We're all like Zelda Rubinstein.
No, right.
Stay away from the Red Dog. The Red Dog lies.
This house is clean.
Oh, that lion motherfucker.
Fucking Red Dog.
Yeah, fucking Red Dog.
Remember that beer?
Was it the beer Red Dog, dude?
Shit. It was probably
Oh,
prevalent at the
God.
time. Red Dog Ice.
Oh, Red Dog hurts just thinking about it.
One of the worst things I've ever put in my
it's
mouth.
It's up there with Country Club.
And I like
probably.
shit
It's
beer.
awful.
I'll drink a Schlitz, a Utica
Yeah.
Club.
I remember
I like a
about
Jenny
Red Dog.
Cream Ale, but
Utica
fuck
Club.
that.
There was Red
and-
Elephant too. Remember Red Elephant?
Oh,
my
yeah.
There's Molson Red Jack,
Really?
which I fucking loved actually.
Really, Molson Red Jack.
I don't
Love
remember
Molson Red
that
Jack,
one.
yeah.
Huh. All right, well, fucking beers aside,
Anyway,
man.
yeah.
Thank you for joining us, Cryptonaut Podcast.
Yes.
Robert, patreon.com/Cryptonaut Podcast
let
for all your
people see
bonus
good folks.
audio and your bonus video needs. We're going to give the folks some shout outs here.
Thank you.
The kind folks that support us there every month.
Couldn't do it without you.
And we appreciate
Saints one and all. Honestly, we really appreciate you.
We appreciate your support.
All might.
Hell yeah, All Might, thank you.
Ooh, I like this. This'll the irradiated raccoon.
Ooh, a callback to an episode.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like
Oh, yeah. The
it.
fucking- the
Hell
professor.
yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Juan, Duke of Windsor Lopez.
Thank
Oh,
you,
shit.
Mr. Lopez.
Nice.
Appreciate
the
it.
Duke. Lindsay.
Thank you, Lindsay.
Simple and beautiful. Jennifer Buzzard.
Yeah, Jennifer
Oh,
Buzzard.
you should start your own bourbon.
Hell yeah.
Damo Billman.
Thank you, Damo Billman.
Nam Henninger.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, different spelling, but
Nam.
fucking 2 noms in one day.
Dude,
Yeah.
there it is.
Wow.
Love it.
Henniger. Yes. Mr. Wright.
Hell yeah, Mr.
With a
Wright.
W.
Thank you so much.
Closet Goblin Almighty.
Ooh, a classic
Oh,
goblin.
more All Mights.
Yes.
Thank you for your continued
A
support.
duende of the fucking hutch.
Yeah.
Last, absolutely never least, thank you again, everyone who listens, everyone who writes a good review, everyone who can support us. It just means the world to us. Ricarda Schultz.
Hell yeah, thank you. And again, you can check out all that bonus content over there at patreon.com/Cryptonaut Podcast, the $1, the $5, and the $10. If you want to watch us
Oh boy.
do the podcast.
What a treat. Mark's wearing sleeveless.
I got my summertime
It's
phone boy
yeah,
shirt. Yeah, it's
fun,
officially here.
It's fun boy time.
It's officially fun boy time, boys.
Oh yeah, we've committed to
Officially
Fun
here.
Boy this summer. There's no doubt.
We have. So you can check that out again. You can watch us do the podcast, the $10 tier, the $5 tier with the bonus audios, the $1 tier with the bonus audios, all kinds of fun stuff. Link is in the description of this podcast. Thank you for your continued support. Before we get out of here, though, we got to thank a listener of ours, Brendan Mahoney,
Oh shit.
who happened to be in town.
Yes.
He got a hold of me a while ago. He's like, hey, I'm coming up for like a wedding or whatever. Is it cool if I guys meet you real quick? I'm like, yeah, dude, I think that would be dope. And dude, he's such a nice dude. He's been a long time listener, a long time Patreon supporter. Swung by the studio, said what's up.
That's
Got to hang out
awesome.
for a little bit, and he brought us some fucking treats, dude.
Oh, he
He
sure
did.
did. And you know, I'm sorry I missed him. I ended up having an emergency babysitting session, but
yes, you did.
But I would love to have met you, and thank you for the gifts, which include books the likes of The Field Guide to UFOs
Super
by
sweet.
Patrick Yugi and Dennis Stacy, but I might be saying his name wrong, Yugi, but he's the one that did that illustrated guide to aliens. That had all that
Yes.
crazy shit.
Yes.
And also Haunted Portsmouth, Spirits and Shadows of the Past.
And that is signed by the author, too,
Oh,
which is super
Yeah,
Roxy
there's a little thing in there.
Zwicker.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
super dope.
But that's not all.
Oh, no, there's more.
No,
That
there's
is
more.
not all.
There's
For
more.
those who can see, looking at the camera, we've got little bottles of like I don't know what are they called?
bourbon.
Signature series bourbon. I know it's bourbon, Chris. but thank you.
Well, you're just like, I got, what do you call it? I'm like, bourbon?
Fort number 1, wheated bourbon whiskey, which is what we're drinking
Oh,
now.
very
Yeah,
nice.
these are all
Batch
New
number
Hampshire
2.
bourbons.
Yeah, New
Yeah.
Hampshire bourbons, dude. He's from New Hampshire.
That's one
dude.
we're drinking now.
That's
That
what
one's
we're drinking now.
That one's nice.
better than
And
a
the
lot of the
second
New York
one is
bourbons
the
I've had.
Smoky Quartz Distillery V5 bourbon whiskey small batch.
Hell yeah,
So
dude.
thank you for thinking
Yeah.
of us. And I mean, especially Chris and I, our taste for bourbon runs deep.
Yeah. No, Brendan.
Very, very kind to you.
Appreciate.
Thanks for visiting and the gifts, and you're fucking awesome. And hopefully we'll do it again sometime.
Yeah, man. Brendan, thank you so much for stopping by. We appreciate it. So the social medias, the Instas, the Twitters, the Facebooks, we're out there on the media. We're being social. We got the short form videos. We got all kinds of video content on our YouTube channel.
Oh, we do.
So you should totally go there, hit subscribe, hit like, comment, share, do whatever, get the notifications. We have videos that we're doing that are not really like paranormal related. We were talking about transportation movies the other week.
Yes, we
We're
were.
like, let's talk about transportation movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have
Just
so
talking shit about
if you
things
like
we
us,
like.
If you like all the pop culture shit that we talk about, we do a little tiny weekly one over there.
Yes, we
it's
do.
super fun, and that's YouTube. So look up the Cryptonaut Podcast, and yeah, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Reels, all kinds of fun stuff. We're doing all the short form videos, so check all those out. Like, comment, share, do all that stuff. We got the merch, hellerspace.com. It is still the TeePublic, powered by TeePublic. Just a new storefront called the Dashery, but
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
it's all the same. It's literally all powered by T-Public.
It's fun.
It's super cool, and thank you to Violet for hooking us up with that. It's been super dope.
Absolutely.
We got all kinds of new shirts happening over
Yeah,
there.
it's been inspiring us a lot. I've been at the fucking sketchbook like nonstop.
You got
lately.
one that you're working on.
Working
another
on right
one.
now
Yeah,
that
dude,
I
I'm
think
pretty
is going to be
excited,
fun.
dude.
It's going to just consider. It's going to just continue, exacerbating the fun time summer boy fun summer.
Yeah, dude, fun
Oh,
summer. I'm
alright.
here for fun summer.
Yeah,
dude,
that's
this
all
is
it is.
officially is my fun
Like
summer.
I officially don't need to be able to speak anymore.
I have had
No.
my last couple Saturdays, dude, have been in the yard drinking,
Mhm.
just taking care of the yard, doing the weed whacking, trimming the bushes, doing the shit, dude. I fucking thrive. I love it. It's
Oh,
so
yeah.
much fun, dude. I know. It's so much. It's so dumb, and I laugh at myself.
No,
'cause
dude.
I'm just like, this is,
Catharsis,
dude.
dude.
I'm just literally
is.
like looking at the house. I'm like, I better get some lights over here. Better get some stuff happening over here. I better go to just that goddamn
Right.
trash can. Some stones are out of the way. We gotta get some stones back over here. I'm getting ready to paint my patio, dude. I'm so fucking stoked.
so
I love
dad,
it.
I
Dude,
love
I'm
it.
in.
Damn it, I'm here. dude.
TV's ready for the Metal Fest on
Oh,
July
I
3rd.
hope so.
TV's been in the backyard. Backyard TV's
Yep.
been on. Kids been in the pool, but cutting the lawn, drinking the beers.
I mean-
Summertime's here. We're just gonna wait for
Yeah,
the winter to
it's
come.
definitely
rolling in.
time to be hanging.
dude, for sure.
Yes,
for sure.
absolutely.
So there it is. Thank you all so very much, and we'll be talking to you soon.
Heck yes, we will.
All right, goodbye.
Watch out for bears.
Oh yeah, definitely.
100%. All right,
Yeah.
ready and bye.